Julie, coming to you from To Your Choice Fitness Center, and we still want to provide you various workouts that you can do from wherever you're at. So today's workout, we're going to use a physio ball that I'm sitting on and a set of weights. Now, if you have two sets of weights, like a lighter set and then a heavier set, that would work too. For today, I'm just going to use one set of weights. And also a mat or a towel, because we'll be lying down at the very end. And this is so a pretty short workout, 30 minutes or less, and it's designed to work the entire body strength workout. So we're going to get started by sitting on your physio ball. So just make sure that you have a little bit of softness to your ball, but not so much that you're sinking really far down on the ball. And your feet are at least hip width apart and you're sitting up nice and tall. So we're going to get started with a quick warm up, arms at your side. Let's take a deep breath in, exhale. And let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down. So take your time rolling those shoulders. Want to warm up the neck, upper back area. Good, one more time. And release, finishing with your shoulders back and down. Now we're going to take our arms out to the side, thumbs up. Think about pressing chest out, lifting chin up, deep breath in. Exhale, press those arms back, squeeze those shoulder blades. And then bring your arms in front, and you can either interlace your fingers or press the back of your hands together. Round your spine, tuck your chin down, and lower your shoulders down away from your ears. Deep breath, and exhale. And let's do that one more time. Open those arms back, thumbs up, chest out, chin up, deep breath. And arms in front, rounding your spine, interlacing fingers or pressing the back of your hands together. Lower those shoulders down away from your ears, tuck your chin down, deep breath. And exhale and bring your arms to your side. Keeping one hand to your side, other hand's gonna reach up, going into a side bend. Feel that stretch down your side, deep breath. Bring that hand down and other hand up and over. Deep breath, feel that stretch down your side. And let's do that one more time, up and over. Deep breath, press that arm, reach over your head. Bring that hand down and switch. And then bring your hands down. All right, from here, we're gonna keep the upper body still. We're gonna warm up the lower body. So we're actually gonna roll our hips in circles. Try to keep your upper body still, shoulders still, and think about rolling those hips in a circular motion, and then circle in the other direction. So we're trying to rotate the hips, warming up thighs, glutes. And then from here, we're gonna tilt your hips side to side. So think about tilting those hips left to right by keeping the upper body still. You should feel this in your lower back, hip and glute area, getting warmed up. And then one more direction, we're gonna go front to back. I want you to think about rounding and arching your spine. So round and arch your spine by tilting your pelvis forward and back. One more time, and then bring it to neutral position. Now from here, we're gonna extend one leg out, heel down, toes up, and take the same hand and walk it down to your toes. Feel the gentle stretch up the back of your leg. Hand on your thigh for support if you need it. And then point your toes down towards the ground. Feel the stretch up the front of your leg. And then pull your toes back up towards your body and stretch one more time. And back up, that foot down. Extend the other leg out and slide hand down. Feel that stretch again. Up the back of your leg, pull your toes up towards your body. And then point your toes down towards the ground. And pull your toes back up towards your body one more time. And then bring your foot back to hip width apart, hands at your side, palms turned upward. Let's take a deep breath, inhale, hands come up. And exhale, bring those hands down. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Our first exercise you will not need your weights for. We're just gonna go into a single leg balance. So we're gonna practice lifting one foot off the ground. Now to make it easier, your other foot can touch the ball. You can keep your knee bent on the leg that's lifted, or you can extend your leg out straight. You can have your hands on the ball for balance and support, or put your hands out to the side. So find the position that works for you, that you're gonna feel your core activating, but yet you can still balance on the ball. We're gonna hold this for 10 seconds. So right here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Foot down, and we're going to reset our balance and take it to the other leg. So again, keeping knee bent or extend that leg out to make it harder. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do that one more time. This time, if you want to make it even more difficult, you can try closing your eyes. Make sure you feel balanced on the ball before you attempt this. But if you want a more challenging option, you can try to close your eyes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot down. Reset, and let's do the same thing. Option, eyes open or eyes closed. Hands on the ball or hands out. Here we go. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 foot down. Great job. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab our weights. So if you do have 2 sets, you might wanna go a little bit lighter. We're gonna be working shoulders in an overhead press exercise. So go ahead and grab those weights. And anytime you're sitting on the ball, just remember the idea of using the ball is to create a little bit of instability, and it's gonna work your core muscles as well as your stabilizing muscles. So from here, go ahead and grab those weights, and we're gonna put them in overhead press position. So your palms are facing out in front, elbows are bent 90 degrees, and think about sitting up nice and tall, activating those core muscles. Now we're also gonna add a little bit of an internal rotation. So we're gonna press our weights up towards the ceiling and rotate the palms in towards each other. If this is uncomfortable in your neck or shoulders for any reason, make sure not to do this exercise, or you can also do one arm at a time as a modification. All right, so we're doing a set of 12, and here we go. Press it up and rotate in for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, make sure to breathe through it, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And go ahead and bring those weights down. Just shake your arms out, and we're gonna grab the weights in just a second. So the next exercise is gonna be chest squeezes. We're gonna bring our hands in the same position as we were before in our overhead press position. Elbows are bent 90 degrees, palms are facing out in front. But this time we're gonna bring our forearms together, squeezing our chest. Here we go, bring it in for 12, 11, remember sit up nice and tall, 10, breathe through it, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, squeeze 4, by 9 you should be feeling that burn, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, let's set those weights down. Just keep them within reach. We're gonna come back to them in just a minute. So now we're gonna bring our legs out wide, and we're going to our wide plie squat. So this next exercise is for your legs, and it's a body weight exercise that uses the ball. So make sure to put your feet out wide. The knees are gonna go in the direction of your toes, and I want you to try to maintain contact with the ball with your butt, but you're gonna activate the thigh and glute muscles. So we're actually gonna come up and hover like in a low wide squat for 10 seconds. We'll take a 10-second rest, and then we're gonna do it again. So 10 on and 10 off. All right, so if you need to, you can keep fingertips on the ball, or make sure you feel like you're still in contact with the ball so it doesn't roll away from you when you go to sit back down. All right, we're gonna lift up right here and activate for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down and rest for 10 seconds. Nice deep breaths. Get ready to go again. Sit up nice and tall. Good, in 4, 3, 2, and come up and hold it again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down and rest. So that's 2. We have 1 more to go. Rest for 10 seconds. Nice deep breaths. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1 more time. Come up and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come down. Good job. We're gonna bring our legs back in, and let's go ahead and grab our weights, and we're gonna repeat those 3 exercises. We're gonna keep our body moving. Back to arms. Now, anytime throughout the exercises that you're using arms, you can bring your feet in together. You can lift your heels, you can lift your toes, you can create more instability, which will then work your body a little bit harder. So you pick the level that works for you. Let's go back to our overhead press with internal rotation. And here we go, press up and rotate in for 12. Remember, sit up nice and tall. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, good, halfway, 6, 5, 4, and if the weights are just right, 3, you should be feeling the burn by now, 2, and 1. Go ahead and set the weights in your lap, just enough to shake out those arms, roll the shoulders if you need to a couple times, and we're gonna go into those chest squeezes. All right, so we're gonna grab our weights again, back in position, just like you were before, but this time we're bringing our forearms together. Here we go, squeeze for 12. So try to touch the forearms together, 11, right in front of your chest or face, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, And we should be feeling the burn by now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, set those weights down, and let's go into our wide play squats. Remember, knees go in the direction of your toes. You are activating those thigh and glute muscles, but you're still staying in contact with the ball. So bottom's touching or hands are touching the ball. 10-second hold. Here we go. Come up and let's hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down and rest. 10 seconds. Deep breath. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Up and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down and rest. Good. 10 seconds. A couple deep breaths. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, and one more time. Up and let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down. Good job. All right, we're going to change positions now onto our stomach. So make sure you feel comfortable lying on the ball, and we're going to grab one of our free weights. So we just need one weight, and I'm going to put this here and turn it to the side so that you can see the position. So from here, we're going to roll onto our stomach, and make sure the ball is underneath your chest, so it's on your stomach, a little bit on your hips, and that your feet are at least hip width apart, if not wider. And we're gonna have our hands in front of us for support, and make sure that you have one weight within reach. So one hand is on the ground. You can have it on your hand on the ground. You can make a fist or fingertips, whatever's more comfortable for your wrist. Other hand is gonna hold the free weight, making sure that your neck is in line with your spine. So you should be looking down towards the ground or just out in front. And we're gonna pull our arm up alongside our body. So you can keep it just a regular bent over row, or if you want to add a rotation to work back a little bit more, you can rotate your torso and turn your head to look up towards the ceiling. So you have a couple options. I'll be doing the one with the rotation, but feel free to stay looking down if it's more comfortable for you. All right, set of 12 on each side, and here we go. Pull it up for 12, 11. Elbow comes up alongside your body. 9, remember, option to add that rotation. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, tap the weight, 2, and 1. All right, same thing on the other side. We're going to take other hands with the weight. Remember, hand, fist, or fingertips, you choose. Neck is in line with your spine, and here we go with or without the rotation. It's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze that shoulder blade, 2, and 1, and set the weight down. For your next exercise, I'm just going to scoot back because we're going to roll out a little bit further. So now I want you to roll out so that both hands are on the ground and your feet come off of the ground, and you're going to bend your knees and bring your feet together. So knees out and feet are together. And now you want the ball to be underneath your hips. Again, neck is in line with your spine. From here, we're going to do a double glute squeeze. So we're going to press our feet up towards the ceiling, making sure that we are squeezing our glutes. All right, in position. So we're lifting those knees and feet up and down. Here we go. Press up for 12. It's a small move, 11. But when you press your feet to the ceiling, 10, 9. You are squeezing those glutes. 8, 7. Come on, squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead and release. If you want a quick stretch, you can just round your spine over the ball. So that's great for your glutes as well as your low back. Now let's go back and repeat those 2 exercises. So we're going to come back onto the ball on our stomach, and let's grab that weight. All right, remember your position. Neck is in line with your spine. That make sure your hand and wrist is comfortable. With or without the torso rotation. Here we go. Pull it up for 12, 11. Come on, squeeze that side of your back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're changing to the other side, so reset. Next in line with your spine, and here we go. Pull it up for 12, 11, 10, come on, pull, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead and set down that weight. And now let's readjust our position on the ball. So now the ball comes underneath our hips. Both hands on the ground. Feet come off of the ground. We're bending our knees, opening the knees out, and bring our feet together. So we're going to press our heels up to the ceiling. Remember, next in line with your spine. And here we go. Push for 12. So it's a small movement. 11. Squeeze those glutes. 9, 8. Keep your feet together. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come down. Quick stretch if you'd like to round your spine over the ball. All right, remember, take a moment, take a break. Anytime you need, you can pause the video, take a sip of water, and join back in. All right, next up, we're gonna have a seat on the ball, and I'm gonna face the side because we're gonna be rolling onto our back and doing chest flies. So you wanna go ahead and grab your weights first. And then from here, make sure you feel stable on the ball and that your feet are not on a slippery surface. So you're able to walk your feet out, rolling onto your back on the ball. And I want you to keep walking until your head touches the ball and your hips are lifted. So you want to activate those glutes and make sure your head is resting on the ball. So head and upper back is on the ball. From here, we're going to take our weights and we're going to form a circle with our arms and make sure that the weights are over your chest and not over your head. So from here, forming that circle, keep those hips lifted, activate those glutes, and we're gonna open our arms into a half circle with your chest fly. Here we go, open out for 12. Remember, elbows stay bent the entire time, 11, and take it down to your comfortable range of motion, 10, 9, weight stay over your chest, 8, keep those hips lifted, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower the weights down to your stomach first, and then I want you to go ahead and set one weight down and hang on to the other. Now this next exercise, the weight is optional. You do not have to use a weight. We're going to do a diagonal crunch or a wood chop on each side. So if you're using the weight, you can keep the weight at your shoulder. We'll start with the upper right shoulder or reaching out over your shoulder, whichever is more comfortable for you. And what we're gonna do now is scoot back a little further so our head is not on the ball, and we're gonna do a diagonal side crunch, reaching up and aiming for the outside of the opposite leg. So right shoulder to outside of left thigh on this set. All right, so again, keeping it to your shoulder or going out a little further to make it more difficult. Here we go, crunch it across for 12. So think about following a diagonal line, 11, 10, and we're crunching across, 9, 8, 7, 6. Remember, this can be done without the weight, 5, and you would just use your arm instead, 4, reach across, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now we're going to start with the left shoulder and go across to the outside of the right leg. All right, in position. And here we go. Bring it across for 12, 11, 10. Remember, we're doing a crunch. It's a diagonal crunch. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, come on, squeeze, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Now make sure you're able to grab that other weight. Otherwise, go ahead and grab the weight and then get back in position on the ball, on your back, and we're gonna roll it back out until our head touches the ball again. Remember, lift those hips, activate your glutes. We're gonna go back into our chest flies for the second set. Weights are over your chest, elbows are bent, form that circle, and here we go. Take it out for 12. 11, 10, nice steady breathing. 9, think about making a circle with your arms. 8, and then forming that half circle. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower the weights down to your stomach first and then set the one or both weights down. So remember, this next exercise, we're going to scoot back just a little bit. Head is not touching the ball, and we're going back to our wood chops or our diagonal crunch. So if you don't have the weight, it would look like this. You can have both arms out and you're just bringing it across. With the weight to your shoulder, come across, or reaching right out over the shoulder. Here we go. Bring it across for 12. Remember, we're doing one set on each side. 10, 9, that weight just adds that bonus. Okay, we're at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, nice deep breath. Let's take it to the other side. Other shoulder, remember, outside of the opposite leg, and here we go. Bring it across for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, come on, squeeze, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead and set down that weight. And now you can either sit down on the ground off the ball or roll yourself back up, whichever you prefer. And again, take a break anytime you need it. We're going to turn back to the front and make sure your weights are within reach. All right, and we're going to go back to sitting on the ball again. And let's go back to a leg exercise. Again, using body weight. We're not going to use the weights on this one. We're just going to sit up nice and tall. You can either have your foot against the ball or out in front, foot flat on the floor. The other leg, we're going to try to extend as straight as we can. And we're going to try to lift our leg from the hip without leaning back. I want you to lift your leg just a few inches off the ground and then come right back down. So sit up nice and tall, activate the core muscles, and here we go. Lift it for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, come on, 3, squeeze, 2, and 1, foot down. All right, same thing on the other side. Reset your balance. Leg extends out. Try not to bend the knee during the exercise. We're lifting from the hip. Here we go. Lift 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Try not to lean back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Foot down. Let's go ahead and grab those weights. Remember, if you have 2 sets of weights, you can go heavier on this next one. We're going bicep curls. So you also have the option to bring your feet together and work on balance at the same time. You can lift your heels, you can lift your toes, or you can balance on one foot during the exercise. So our palms face outward, our arms are at our side, sitting up nice and tall. Remember, option to add the balance if you wish. And here we go, curl it for 12. So regular bicep curls, 11, we're sitting on the ball and we're adding a balance, 10. So that makes the exercise a little bit harder. 8, 7, really uses those stabilizing muscles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Now, if you have heavier weights, I recommend sitting down one weight and let's just use one. If you have lighter sets, go ahead and use both weights and hold them both in your hand. We're going to go into a tricep overhead extension, so the weight's going to go behind our head. So you choose if you want one heavier weight or 2 lighter weights. And if you were working on balance, I want you to go ahead and switch to the other foot. So heels lifted, toes lifted, or single leg balance. Keep your arms close to your ears and make sure your chin is parallel to the ground. So we're not tucking our chin down. Activate the core, and here we go. Take it behind the head for 12, 11. Try to keep your arms close to your head. 10, 9, 8, 7, push, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Go ahead and bring that weight down. And let's go back and repeat those 3 exercises quickly for your second set. So we're going to go back to a single leg lift. This time I want you to take your toes. I want you to rotate your toes outward. Turn your whole leg outward just to change the direction of how you're lifting your leg. So sitting up nice and tall, turning the leg outward. We're going to lift it up for 12, 11, 10. Remember, sit up nice and tall. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, harder. 2 and 1 and foot down. Great job. Now we're gonna switch to the other leg. So I want you to take your leg, extend it, and rotate your toes outward. Turn your whole leg in an external rotation. Sitting up nice and tall. Here we go. Lift for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Notice how it's a little bit harder. 4, 3, a little more inner thigh. 2 and 1. Good job. Foot down. All right, let's go ahead and grab your weights. And it's back to bicep curl again. Remember, heels lifted, toes lifted, or single leg balance. You choose. Palms outward. And here we go. Second set for 12. 11. Try not to rock back. 10. Activate those core muscles. 9. Squeeze. 8. You're bringing your hands. 7. To your shoulders. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Great job. Foot down. Now remember, one weight down, you can use one heavier weight or 2 lighter weights. You choose. And then again, either heels lifted, toes lifted, or let's go to the other foot for balance. Arms come up, arms close to your head, chin parallel to the ground. Here we go. Take it down for 12, 11. So press that weight. 10, up to the ceiling. 9, and bend those elbows and weight down. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Set the weight down. Okay, we are almost finished. We have one more set of 2 exercises to go on the mat, and then you are done. So let's come off the ball, and let's take it over to the mat. Now, you have the option to use one free weight if you like. And again, that's optional. You can just use body weight if you prefer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come down onto the mat. We're going to have the ball between our legs, and we're going to hold the weight for crunches. So we're going to come down. We're going to place the ball between our legs. So your legs are going to form a V. You're going to squeeze the ball between your legs, and then we've got our hands extended up for the weight. So remember, this is optional if you want to use the weight or not. The exercise is to crunch up and tap the weight to the ball, and then roll back down, lower the arms overhead. If you do not want to use the weight, arms are overhead, we're going to crunch up, tap the ball, and lower back down. Option if you want to lift those hips and add a double crunch, you can do that as well. All right, in position, and here we go. Crunch it for 12. So we're trying to crunch up, 11, and tap the weight to the ball, 10. So you have a marker here to aim for, 9. You'll see the circles on the ball, 8, and aim for one of those rings, 7 on the ball, 6, 5, 4, 3, come on, squeeze the ball with your legs, 2, you get that bonus, and 1, lower the weight down, and then lower the ball down. Great job. We're going to place our legs on the ball, and we're going to roll the ball out, so the ball is underneath either our calves or ankles or our shoes. On the next exercise, we're going to keep our head relaxed on the mat, and your hands at your side for balance. We're going to come up into a bridge, which means we lift our hips off the mat, and your goal is to keep your hips lifted off the mat during this exercise. The challenge is to try to lift one leg at a time off the ball, doing alternating leg lifts. Now, if you need to modify, you can just lift those hips up and down and still get that pelvic lift without lifting your legs off of the ball. All right, so hips are lifted, looking up towards the ceiling, and here we go. Lift one leg for 12. Alternate legs, 11. Remember, use your hands on the ground for balance. 10, 9, 8. This is great for your core as well as that backside. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you should really feel that backside working, and we're going to bend those knees. Now we're going to repeat those 2 exercises, and you're finished. So let's go ahead and grab that ball again. Let's put it between our legs. So your legs should be forming a V, and I want you to squeeze that ball, so get that bonus inner thigh. All right, with or without the weight, the hands go over our head. Second set. Here we go. Lift it up for 12. Remember, we are aiming for a marker on that ball. 10, 9, 8. Come on, try to lift the shoulders. 7, off the mat. 6, in your crunch. Lift, 5, hit that spot each time on the ball. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower the ball and the weight down. And let's roll it back out to your marker. Now, the closer the ball is to your body, the easier the exercise. The further the ball is away, the more challenging it is. So you choose where you want that ball to be underneath your legs. Hands at your side for support and balance. Remember, lift those hips. And if the lifting the legs is a little too difficult, stick with the pelvic lifts moving up and down. All right, last set. Here we go. Lift one leg for 12. Try to keep your legs as straight as you can. 11. Hips are lifted. 10. Now you may notice the ball moves. 9, a little bit side to side. 8, that's perfectly normal. 7, 6, 5, come on, 4, keep those hips lifted. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower down. And then from here, you're done. We're just gonna do a quick stretch. So if you wanna have your knees on the ball, arms out to the side, forming a T, palms facing up or down. We're gonna gently rock our knees to one side. Turn your head in the opposite direction. Deep breath. Let's come back to the center and take it over to the other side. Turn your head in the opposite direction. And then coming back to the center. Good. And then from here, we're going to change positions and we're going to roll it up and take it into a child's pose. So we're going to come onto our knees on the mat and place your hands on the ball. Now I want you to push your hips back over your heels and walk that ball out so you can drop your head between your arms. Get that nice extension with your arms. Deep breath. And if you feel comfortable, roll it to the left just to deepen that stretch down the side of your back. Deep breath in and out. Come back to the center. Deep breath in and out. And let's roll it to the right side. Deep breath in and out. Let's come back to the center. One more time. Deep breath in and out. And then slowly come back up, rolling the ball back in. And you are all finished. Thank you for joining me for your ball workout today.